Animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is the scientific management of a animal livestock. Okay, we know it very well that what is animal husbandry? That animal husbandry is the scientific management of an animal livestock. Okay, how the animal live and how they maintain its sustainability as well as nutrition. It includes various aspects such as feeding, breeding, and disease control. Okay, all these things which includes in it. Okay, how they live. Okay, that is said to be a livestock as well as whatever they are doing. Okay, for example, in that you can see that feeding is there, breeding is there, as well as disease control is there. Animal based farming includes cattle, goat, sheep, poultry, and fish farming. Okay, in this, for example, if we talk about the farming of animal, in that you can see that cattle is there, goat, sheep, poultry, and fish farming. All this includes animal based farming. As the population increase and as a living standard increases, the demand for the milk, egg, and meat is also going up. Okay, we know it well that in general life we can see that in a non-veg, okay, meat play important role, and most of the people used to eat in a large proportion. Okay, so but from where this meat is coming, okay, that is also important source, so that people should get it properly. Okay, so as the population increases, the demand for the meat as well as egg and milk are totally constantly increases. So we have to fulfill that. For fulfilling that, we have to farm out an animal. Means on, okay, animal farming should be created or in a animal husbandry so that people should get it properly. Which thing? Okay, milk, egg, and meat, and such type of thing, etc., etc. Okay. Also, the growing awareness of a need for the human treatment of a livestock has brought a new limitation in livestock farming. Thus, livestock production also need to be improved. And as the living standard changes, okay, and the human treatment, what the livestock farming have some of the limitation, and due to which what the improvement has taken place. Now cattle farming. First is cattle farming. Cattle farming is done for the two purpose. For the two purpose, cattle farming is done. Okay, the first is for getting milk and drought labor for agriculture work, such as tilling, irrigation, and cutting. Okay, cattle farming for what? Okay, in agriculture, farmer use such cattle for what? Okay, tilling, irrigation, and cutting, as well as okay from the cattle. Okay, they should get a proper amount of milk, which is useful. Okay, so for this two purpose, cattle farming is done. As well as cattle husbandry, you can see that they used to take out a milk as well as for getting what okay, tilling, irrigation, and cutting in the farming. Indian cattle belong to two different species. Two different species they belong to. Both indigenous cow and both vivacious buffalo. Okay, all these things. Okay, for this they are using, and these are the different species for cattle. Now, milk producing female are called milk animal, which you say as a dairy animal. Okay, milk producing females, okay, which are said to be what? Okay, dairy animal. Okay, dairy animal. While the one used for a farm labor are called draught animal. Okay, so those are used for the farm labor are said to be a draught animal, and which are used for a milk purpose are said to be dairy animal. Dairy animal. बराबर. from where a milk should be getting, as well as they get a proper amount and a large proportion of milk from a particular animal. Okay, so those are said to be dairy animal, and the second, which are used for the farm labor, are said to be a drought animal. Once again I am repeating. Okay, animal which are used for producing milk are said to be what? Okay, dairy animal or a milk animal. Okay, whereas animal which are used for farm labor, okay, which are used as a farm labor, are said to be drought animal. Milk production depend to some extent on the duration of a lactation period, meaning the period of milk production after as you can see. Okay, as you can see, the birth of a calf. Okay, what, okay, which we see is a lactation period. During that period, a milk are not used for a drinking purpose. Okay, they are not as much as nutrition as well as proper amount. Okay, for drink out. Okay, so that period of a cow or any other animal are said to be what? Okay, lactation period. During that period, okay, milk are not sufficient to drink. Okay, so that is said to be what? Okay, lactation period during the birth of a calf. Okay, so milk production can be increased by increasing the lactation period. Exotic or foreign breed, for example Jersey guy, which is a Jersey brown Swiss, are selected for the long lactation period, while local breed, for example Red Sindhi Sahiwal, show excellent resistance to disease. Okay, so that is also one of the important animals, okay, which are useful. The two can be crossbreed to get an animal with a both desired quality. Both the desired quality should be there. That is said to be crossbreed. Now the proper cleaning and shelter facility for the cow and buffalo are required for the human farming. Okay, for the human farming we should see that a proper cleaning and shelter should be there from the cows and buffalo, so they can easily live it. Okay, as well as they will be satisfied with that. Okay, due to which a animal also have a many differences in them. Okay, some of them want a different amount of food as well as many other facility. Okay, so that should be satisfied or fulfilled. Okay, so proper cleaning should be there as well as shelter should be there for them. Okay, for the health of an animal and for production of a clean milk as well. Okay, for what? For the health purpose as well as for the clean milk. Okay, production of a clean milk. Okay, that should be given to a animal. Okay, so they should be healthy as well as produce a clean milk. Now animals require regular brushing to remove a dirt. Okay, so animals should be clean regularly. Okay, brushing means what? Okay, washing them. Okay, for removing dirt and loose hairs. Okay, they should be sheltered under well ventilated roof sheets that protect them from a rain. Okay, they should be sheltered means they should be placed in such area where ventilated roof should be there. Okay, so they should protect. Okay, so they get protected from where? From a rain, heat and cold. Okay, so it is also important that they should get a proper amount of shelter. Okay, so they should easily live. The floor of a cattle shed need to be sloping so as to stay dry and the facilitate a cleaning. Okay, the slope should be what? Okay, floor should be a sloping. Okay, so the dirt and other thing should easily flow out. Okay, and a roof should be dry. Okay, if a raindrop are strike on that, then also it get rolled out. Okay, so it is important that a fruit should be what? Okay, sloping. Now the food requirement of a dairy animal, okay, are of a two types: maintenance requirement, which is the food required to support the animal to live a healthy life, and milk producing requirement, okay, which is the type of a food requirement. Okay, so two types: daily requirement, maintaining about, okay, maintaining requirement, which is food required for the support the animal to live a healthy life. Okay, that is also one of the important. Okay, that animals should give a proper amount of diet. Okay, so they should give a clean and nutritious milk. Okay, so it is also one of the important. And a milk producing requirement, which is the type of a food required during the lactation period. Okay, so another source is that such milk producing requirement, which is the one of the food, and which is very important during what? Okay, during lactation period. And animal feed includes roughage, which is largely fiber. Okay, now animal feeds means what? Okay, which is the food of animal, that is saying, okay, in that includes what? Okay, roughage, okay, which is the large fiber. Okay, concentrated, which are low in fiber. Okay, so both of the fiber is important. Okay, so they should get all the nutrient food, then and only then animal will give a nutritious as well as clean milk. Okay, so it is very careful and care should be taken for nurturing such animal. Okay, for getting proper amount of milk. Okay, so greatest care should be taken and important care should be taken for maintaining such animal. Okay, then and only then a person will get a proper amount of milk and nutritious milk, and quantity wise as well as quality wise milk. Okay, so contain relatively high level of protein and other nutrients. Okay. So in that you can see that animal will give proper amount of protein as well as nutrition, and they will get proper amount of protein and nutrition, due to which a milk will also be a good. Okay, so first care should be taken for the animal. Milk is the second stage. Okay, but the first is what? Okay, we should care a animal properly. Okay, we should care a animal properly. Okay, so it is the important source that a animal should be nourished carefully. Cattle need balanced ration containing all nutrients in proportionate amount. Besides such nutritious food material, certain feed additive containing micronutrient promote the health and the milk output of a dairy animal. Okay, so second is what? Okay, micronutrients is also important for the health purpose. Okay, so that should be also given. Now cattle suffer from a number of diseases. Okay, different diseases from where cattle is. The disease beside causing that reduce a milk production, a healthy animal feed regularly, and has a animal posture. Okay, so it should be taken. The parasite of a cattle may be both external parasite as well as internal parasite. Okay, such a disease as well as health, okay, issue which are seen in the animal. Okay, due to which you can see that two parasite can be seen, external parasite as well as internal parasite. Now external parasite live on the skin and mainly cause skin diseases. Okay, due to the external parasite we will see that animal has to face what the skin diseases. Okay, why? Okay, the parasite which are present that will live on the skin, due to which an animal has to suffer from what? An animal has to suffer from a skin diseases. Okay, so this was the role of a external parasite, okay, which will live on what? Okay, skin and create skin diseases, as well as internal parasites like worm affect stomach and intestine, while flux damage the liver, and due to which you will see that liver will be damaged. Okay, so in internal parasite you will see that worm will affect what? Okay, stomach and intestine. Okay, while flux will damage what? Okay, liver. Okay, flux will damage liver, and worm will affect stomach. Infectious diseases are also caused by bacteria and viruses. Vaccination are given to a farm animal against many major viral and bacterial diseases. Okay? So vaccination will given to a farm animal, due to which you will see a viral and bacterial disease will be cured. Poultry farming. Poultry farming is undertaken to raise a domestic force for egg production. For the egg production, you will see a poultry farming. And chicken meat. Okay, so poultry farming is important for both egg production as well as chicken meat. Therefore, the improved poultry breeds are developed and farmed to produce there for the egg and for the meat. Okay, so egg and meat play important role for the poultry farming. Okay, from where okay it should be produced. Okay, so it is the important source of for getting egg and meat. The cross breeding program between Indian indigenous, for example, Asils, and foreign exotic, for example, Recon, breeds for the variety improvement are focused on to the develop a new variety for the foreign desirable trait. Number and quality of a chicks. Okay, what? Number and quality of a chicks. Okay, that is also important role. Quality as well as number. Draft broiler parent for the commercial chick production. Commercial chick production, it is also important. Now, summer adaptation capacity. Tolerance to the high temperature. That is also another. They should suffer or tolerate a summer adaptive capacity. Okay, in a high temperature also. Low maintenance requirement. Okay, requirement and low maintenance. That is also important. The next is reduction in the size of a egg laying bird with ability to utilize more fibrous, cheaper dye formulated using agriculture by product. Okay, by agriculture by product, egg laying bird should reduce in size of a egg. That is also important. Okay, so this was the important sources. Okay, for the pottery farming. Now, egg and broiler production. how it get produced. Okay, egg and broiler. Broiler chicken are fed with the vitamin D supplementary feed for a good growth rate and better feed efficiency. For the better feed efficiency as well as good growth rate, a supplementary feed should be given, okay, to the broiler chickens. Care is taken to avoid mortality and to maintain feathering and calcium quality. Okay, so care should be taken, okay, for avoiding mortality. They are produced as a broiler and sent to the market for the meat purpose. For the meat purpose, they should given for a good production of poultry bird. Good management practices are important. That is also important that a good production for the poultry farming management should be taken properly. Okay, if the management is taken properly, then bird will get proper amount of everything, nutrition as well as production will be good. Okay, so this includes maintain of a temperature. Temperature should be maintained, okay, and satisfied with that. Okay, sufficient amount of temperature should be there. Hygienic condition in housing and poultry feed. Okay, hygienic condition should be proper as well as prevention and control of a disease and pest. Okay, a disease and pest should be controlled. Okay, that is also important source. The housing, nutritional and environmental requirement of a broiler are somewhat different from those of the egg layer. Okay, that is what, okay, the care should be different, and housing, nutritional and environment requirement for a broiler is totally different from what, okay, from a egg layer. Okay, so that should be taken care. Okay, the ration, dairy food requirement for the broiler is protein rich with a adequate fat. Okay, the feed or a food of such broiler should want, okay, protein rich as well as adequate fat should be there. The level of a vitamin A and K is kept high in the poultry feed. In the poultry feed, we should see that what, okay, vitamin A and vitamin K should be high in the food level of these two vitamins. Poultry fowls suffered from a number of diseases caused by the virus, bacteria, fungi, and parasite, as well as from the nutritional deficiency. Okay, poultry fowls which are suffering a different disease, which are given because of okay, various bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasite, okay, as well as nutritional deficiency. This necessitate proper cleaning, sanitation, and spraying of a disinfectants at regular intervals. Appropriate vaccination can prevent the occurrence of an infectious disease and reduce a loss of a poultry during an outbreak of a disease. Okay, it should be taken care by which way? Okay, by spraying a disinfectious as well as regular interval. Okay, sanitation and cleaning in a some of the period. Okay, so regularly it should be clean as well as disinfectant spray should be sprayed. Okay,